What's cracking, guys? More big stuff is now happening in the anime community, such as the banning of anime content on Twitter, and also Vic taking more actions against people who threw allegations at him. Let's just show that intro. Anyway, as some of you may know right now, or it may be coming as a surprise, but Twitter is now banning lolly and shota content on them officially. In the Twitter Japan rules section here, they have their whole concept of sexual exploitation of children, all well and good stuff that's pretty much known throughout every website out there, but they went on to do something else. And in their scope of application, it goes on to say illustrations of minors who act sexually or explicit or sexually acts graphics depictions made with computers, etc. And that is the important thing that you need to look on here. Because what that means is, you know, no lollies, no shotas, or of any kind. And I know there's lots and lots and lots of lolly and shota artists on Twitter. And certainly Twitter is not the first of its kind to be doing this kind of stuff. You've been seeing this on Reddit recently. Lots of bans going around there. Even Doki Doki, like that Reddit subreddit almost got deleted too just because of Natsuki. Tumblr completely banned not just the lolly and shota stuff, but basically any not safe for work stuff on it. Like, it got rid of everything. It seems like a lot of companies are coming down hard on this whole lolly shota stuff here, just out of nowhere. But it's not completely out of nowhere. I assume that they are coming down against this regulation, mostly because of what happened to YouTube right now, and them being under heavy fire. I already covered that in a video of what's happened. You can look at that at your own leisure. And of course, too, I did a video covering the United Nations banning of this content as well, even though they have no real power. That's another video that you can go look at that is also quite ridiculous. But I'm going to reiterate a little bit of my thoughts and opinions on this, because I know you guys love my thoughts and opinions, and that's what makes the news interesting, at least here. And that's the fact that lolly's shota content has no correlation to the actual crimes. It's just like violence in video games. It is non-existent. I'm pretty sure almost every single person that watches anime would be considered a criminal now if this was true. It's ridiculous. 2D depictions, cartoons, don't have an age. They're not people. They don't have rights. They don't have feelings. They're nothing. They're drawings. And people are treating them as if they're like live human beings just for the sake of making themselves feel better and like they're fighting for a worthy cause. But instead, they're just being stupid. I mean, all you really have to do is look at Japan and their birth rate, their declining birth rate, to say like, oh yeah, maybe this actually doesn't lead to that kind of conduct. No, not at all. Japan literally has to like beg people to copulate with one another. It's ridiculous, man. And as you can guess, a lot of Japanese artists were very unhappy about this kind of news, such as this man right here, Midori Niku. And this has been Google translated, so like you gotta take it with a little bit of salt, but they're very upset, as you can tell from the retweets and likes, and this is just one example. And here's a very famous pic that's been going around saying like, you guys are disgusting, you should conform and be like us. And then them going like you? And of course they have like their, you know, drawings and stuff here, and then it's got all these guys doing horrible stuff, and that's of course mimicking the US and the other people that actually do the horrific stuff. And again, this is pretty much an infringement of freedom of speech and expression by cracking down and saying, no, you can't actually do this kind of things. Like, it doesn't make sense because, you know, there's no real harm coming to these people. They're not real. They have no feelings. Like, there is no harm in this. It's just fiction. Anyway, on to the next news topic here, and that is Vic. Now again, I'm going to state for the record that I am not on either person's side here, whether it be Vic or like Monica Rials or anybody that's against Vic currently, literally a whole plethora of people. but like I'm more for the facts here. And I've always been reporting on the facts, and that's why there's been lots of rumors and other stuff going around from both sides here. But I'm gonna do my best and give you like at least a quick summary of all the crap that's been going down, along with debunking a lot of bullshit that's going on too. Anyway, Vic has been lawyered up, and he sent out this tweet a while ago saying, "Words cannot express the depth of my gratitude for all the kindness and support that's been shown to me over the last few weeks. I had hoped that my apologies and acknowledgments, both public and private, would be received. But I have now very reluctantly retained a law firm as my last and only recourse to attempt to salvage my reputation and my 20-year career in this industry." So, Vic basically confirmed he is taking legal action, and now it is known of the lawyers who will be representing him. I can kind of go into the details of each and every one, but I mean, you can pause and read what's going on there. But they seem pretty qualified. The source of this news is the GoFundMe Vic Kicks Back. Now, I'm not going to officially sponsor this in any sort of way because again, Vic has confirmed that this is representing him, but I don't know exactly where all this money really does go in the end. So I don't want to like show people a place where they can support where they want to support, and it ends up going somewhere else. I don't want that falling on me. But anyway, it's been confirmed. The beneficiary-ship indicates the senior party of the law firm Ty Beard, who's the named party on the IOLTA Trust accounts. The firm is Beard Harris Bullock Hughes. So yeah, it looks like a full-scale war with Vic in the front here, going against all these people is about to happen. And should the people with allegations against Vic be scared? Oh, hell yes. Because if any of the stuff they showed online is going to be their defense, they're basically screwed. As for the side against Vic currently, like, people like Monica Real have issued an apology or something of the sorts, calling for love and please be kind. I could, like, completely dismantle this, but I don't feel that's really necessary. Mainly because, like, my points still stand here. A lot of these are just allegations. What she's saying, none of it has any proof behind it. And it still stands. And again, I've caught her lying at least a few times in this here. Like, one example being the studio slowly began to stop working with him, not just because of sexual harassment, because he was difficult to work with. But anyway, if you go on to the IMBD of Vic here, you can see the history of all the roles that he's been in. Maybe not all of them. Maybe there's some more that I don't know about that he's done secretly. But again, you can see a lot of the roles that he's done throughout the years. And in the process, I counted up a summary of all the roles that he's had throughout the years, each one. As you can see, it varies widely and jumps across here. But actually, from 2017 to 2008, there seems to be a trend upward here. And in just 2 months actually, into 2019, he would have had 8 roles. And that's halfway to the number of, that's more than halfway than to 2018, and he still has 10 more months to go, so I'm just saying, like, he was on an upswing here. And yes, I will address the fact that it does come in waves here, as you can see, like, some are high, and then it goes low, and then it goes high again, and then it goes low, and then it goes high. Like, that's just how the industry works. You never know, like, what kind of jobs are gonna come at you at any point. It's just what it is. But the fact alone that he had 29 jobs in 2016 just shows that things didn't really slow down in the slightest. Another thing that's making me criticize this year too, and giving me reason to criticize her, is this statement as well. I didn't start this, I have nothing to gain from it. I didn't steal anyone's roles or titles. The stuff you're hearing on YouTube is all lies, attempting to create drama to get subs/views. While it is true she did not start it, the fact that she's saying that she has absolutely nothing to gain from this, she's got to be stupid, because yes, you do have things to gain from this. The fact that Vic is out of his business, his career, the one thing that you wanted from this, you got it. You have directly gained from your actions, and him losing his career, his job, him being kicked out of the voice acting industry, which is why you wanted to speak up about this in the first place. Well, you got it. And of course, I'm not gonna mention the free publicity that you're getting from all this as well, just by coming out and playing the victim. Like, that's, you will obviously gain a lot of attention. And in gaining that attention, you get sympathizers, you get new fans, you get new opportunities. Well, and then that turns into, of course, you guessed it, money from jobs that you can get. There is things you can gain from doing this. To bring that point home, that is why this actress, Samantha Inoue Hart, came out against Vic in a sort of way and his fans. She made a tweet stating that Vic fans swatted her home. And you can see the pictures right there. But in 2016, it was shown that those pictures actually came from police breaking into her home in that year. And she used the exact same pictures. She made false allegations against Vic and his fans. Why would she do this? For fame, for opportunities, for sympathy from the Kick Vic fandom. The fact alone that we've caught many other people lying about their allegations just shows that there is stuff to gain, because people wouldn't be doing this if they couldn't gain something from it. And you know what? Yeah, sure. I'm sure there's a few YouTubers out there that are lying, but to merely generalize the entire YouTube audience as just saying they're all liars doing this for views, when you're just saying, like, I didn't do anything, I have nothing to gain, I didn't do this for views or more fans, but they did. Do you realize how dumb your argument sounds? Especially when you've been caught lying several times yourself. And another thing that I have issue with here that's obviously been proved wrong here is the investigations were incredibly thorough. Each person was interviewed, the evidence weighed, and the decision made. And below in the comment section of your tweet here, you made a statement saying he was let go from Rooster Teeth and Funny long before I came forward. They just hadn't made their announcements yet. And like I said, I wasn't the only person to participate in the investigations. But again, that is complete hogwash, because on 2019, January 1st, the 28th, Funimation revealed their voice actor dub cast for, you guessed it, Morose Mononoke Season 2. And in it, your boy Vic is listed as the executive. And then about a week, just a week later, they made another announcement saying Vic has been replaced as the voice actor with another person. And that was when the allegations against him basically hit their high point. So why would Funimation make a public statement saying Vic is a part of this dub when in fact he wasn't at that point? That just doesn't make any sense. In fact, they made a bigger deal of saying he wasn't going to be a part of it, like after the allegations reached their high point. So again, you're caught lying. And then in an article that you claim is the absolute pinnacle of truth and journalism that Monica Real retweeted, that actually shows zero proof and zero evidence, mind you, and only 1.5 names of people that are associated with this. 1.5. And the 0.5 is basically just the first name, so it might as well not even count. But anyway, if this has any credit or merit to whatsoever, it said, in the summer of 2018, as preparations were being made and recorded the dubbed vocals of Dragon Ball Super Broly, two people connected to the project met with Funimation executives suggest Mignogna be recast due to some improper conduct allegations making the rounds in the voice acting community. According to someone present at the meeting, this person, who asked not to be named, said Funimation later told them that the company was conducting an investigation into Mignogna's conduct, but it was inconclusive. So Mignogna was kept on the project. So in the summer of 2018, Mignogna was still innocent. There was no conclusive evidence, and there was absolutely nothing against him, that at least that would hold up. So what exactly is being let go long before these allegations came forward? Like, it just sounds like shenanigan hogwash. Another thing that didn't sit well with me is I didn't want to come forward on Twitter, but I felt like I had to do something because my friends' lives, children, and the careers were being threatened Also, I knew if I did it, there was a very good chance that this would just get swept under the rug. Again. And just for the record, this was before, like, Monica came forward and, like, the big, like, Kick Vic community thing was really getting, like, shared around. So she's basically saying, like, apparently their lives and their children's lives and their careers were being threatened? By who? Not the I Stand With Vic supporters, because they weren't around right then, but, like, apparently maybe Vic? What is this vague wording? And again, why would something be swept under the rug again? Why would you be afraid of this if you had evidence? Do you get what I'm saying? If you went to the police and you had this evidence you claimed, it couldn't get swept under the rug. You coming forward and inciting a witch hunt on Twitter would not have changed anything if you had this evidence. I think you know what I'm implying by driving this point home. And again, another thing that didn't really sit well with me is I apologize for lashing out and threatening fans. That's great. I love that statement. That's a very good start. But then it comes with this, is I don't want to have to take people to court or send law enforcement after them. But I was doing what I felt necessary to protect myself at the time. There is a watch list, and I have the names and numbers of multiple harassers, but I'm willing to forgive you if you stop this madness now. Basically, what just came after that apology just showed that it wasn't apologize. She's basically saying, I'm sorry, but I'll forgive you. That's not how apologies works. It's like, I'm sorry, and then maybe I am going, like myself, the person that you have offended, that you're apologizing to, saying like, yeah, I'll forgive you, Monica, for doing that. She's basically still threatening these people who questioned her, like legitimately just questioned her about why they had these witch hunts and weren't harassing her, and saying, yo, I'm still gonna send lawyers and law enforcement after you, by the way, so shut up. And again, the final thing that I want to point out, like, is I have never said anything hurtful towards Vic or any of his fans. And again, I think we just proved it with you threatening them with legal action for voicing their opinion on the matter, when you yourself were very public and open with your opinion on the matter. I'm pretty sure that counts as hurtful. And if that's not enough, just you saying he's hurt enough people, he's a sick man, and he needs help, I'm pretty sure that tweet alone qualifies as a very hurtful thing to say to somebody. Calling someone's entire life a mistake and that they need to seek help to correct themselves because they're sick in the head counts as a hurtful statement. But anyway, again, I'm not going to completely get into the Monica Rial. There's still lots of it in it. Like, I'm just like, are you actually serious? But, like, there's little to no point in, like, going any further than that, because, again, it has to wait until the actual court case. The final thing that I want to head into is the big thing that a lot of the supporters of the Kick Vic fandom are getting behind, and that is this IO9 kind of hit piece on Vic. But again, there really isn't much for me to talk about here. And why, do you ask? Well, since it's got like a lot of views, a lot of people backing it, even Monica retweeting it, and everybody else in the Kick Vic fandom retweeting it and praising it as the best journalism ever? Well, it's simply the fact that it doesn't have a shred of evidence in it. Again, it has 1.5 names of the supposedly 25 voice actors, cosplayers, industry professionals, conventions employees, and former fans that they've interviewed. It's just random anonymous allegations on the internet that read like fan fictions. Again, why would you not have pictures supporting this article? Why would you not at least record yourself doing these interviews with these people, so you at least show that this actually happened? One of the first things that they cite on this thing here is the Tumblr vlog. The very infamous Tumblr blog that has people making allegations against Vic, but they're doing illegal activities in the stupidest of ways. And again, I don't even have to dig for this stuff because it's on the front page. Is like, I drew yaoi and slipped under Vic's hotel room at a con. The story spread around and someone asked him about it at a Q&A panel. He adamantly denied anyone has ever put anything under his door. Why he gotta lie like that? So this criminal activity here is supposedly hard evidence against Vic being a degenerate. That is not the first source I would put in my article against Vic when it's so adamantly dumb and stupid and just apparent that it has no merit in it. But anyway, again, in this article, there's only a handful of people that hold actual allegations against him. The rest are just trash talking him. And in the people that hold allegations, it's just he said, she said stuff. Just giving their point of view and very briefly saying Vic Mignogna disagrees with this or says it goes about differently. So they're not even really giving Vic his side of the story. So it makes me question if they really even talked to Vic or if they just spammed him with emails or on Twitter or whatever and just said, hey, did this happen? He's like, well, no. And you know, like, I don't know, like, did they actually talk to him mano a mano or what happened? The most that I can see that came from this is like they said that Mignogna apparently was cheating on his ex-fiancée and he agreed with it. So at most, Vic is apparently a scumbag for cheating on his girlfriend slash ex-fiancée. But again, is that something you should lose your entire career over? No, because it's not a criminal activity. It's just an extremely scumbag thing to do. And again, there really isn't any need for me to go in depth about this article because it's just he said, she said stuff. There is no merit in it. There's no proof. There's no evidence. It's just talking to people. And so, in all honesty, it's shitty journalism. How are you supposed to believe something when it doesn't show the evidence behind it? It's just like, well, believe it because I said it's true. We all know how that's going real well for Monica Rial. So anyway, that's my update on the news. I hope you guys have lots of opinions and lots of things that you want to share. Your viewpoints. Would love to hear it. Leave it below in the comment section. Enlighten me if I missed anything or made any mistakes. I'd always happy to hear that kind of stuff. Again, like, I'm really not on anybody's side. If there is actual hard evidence against Vic, you know for a fact that I will be switching over. But until then, like, there really is no evidence. But anyway, if you guys really like keeping up to date on all the news and stuff going down in the anime freaking community, and it's a lot of stuff, then definitely hit that subscribe, definitely hit that notification bell, and certainly like the video to let me know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother...